Port number 2185. File name: The Attack on Glasswater. Signature: Ralph Altry. Rank: Member. Years of service: 2 months. Status: executed for treason. Date: we're sitting over on the main tower. Small fires of the crew who are still on patrol are taking advantage of downtime to make trades for cigs or booze. I mean, we all did it. Doesn't care. Me and my buddy Trevor Coltro like to come up there. We were talking about the destruction of Rosaria. They said a figure in all black flew by and threw knives or something, and then giant explosions followed. The city was destroyed and very few survivors were left. My mom died in Rosaria that day. I still haven't seen it. What kills me the most is I was hoping to one day just be released from Ben's army. But where would I go? My home's destroyed.
You need to focus on what's important.
Oh, okay, sorry. Well, we were up there talking, right? We were just there talking about Rosaria. Trevor told me he wanted to go home. Go back to Starlight. Back to safety, he said. He said that he didn't believe Lawrence did this. He said he didn't believe that he blew up Rosaria. The clear starry night made us feel secure. The higher-ups ordered more patrols at Glasswater. They told us we were the biggest target since this outpost was the largest training and recruitment outpost. Outpost Glasswater was said to be Starlight's most secure outpost before we took it over. Trevor told me we could leave that night. Leave it all behind. Starlight always offered security and freedom. I mean, they beat so many other nations and empires, never failed to care for their citizens. Mercy for us all, he said. Before I could even have a chance to respond, the sound of, wind or something, like something blowing over almost. It was very fast, and it caught our attention. We stood observing the night sky, looking for anything. If anyone was out there, they'd have to have lights. We saw nothing. But the sound grew louder and louder. Then a flash of light. It was like purple or white, like a mix of both. It just flashed out of the night sky before slamming into the tower. I need to collect myself for a moment. Okay, anyway. It struck a few floors down, I think. The blast was strong enough to shake the building. It knocked me to the ground. I looked around. There was no fire where I was at, but smoke and screams. I could see smoke. I could hear the screams. I climbed up and looked for Trevor. He wasn't there anymore. I climbed back to that window and looked down, and that's where I found Trevor. Amongst all the smoke, the screams, you could see the fire climbing out of the building, but down on the ground I saw Trevor, and he wasn't moving. I thought he was knocked out. He had to have been. Like, the armor should have saved him, right? He said the armor was strong enough to. It was still there. I noticed it again. I saw another flash, and another loud boom. I was knocked over again. I didn't know where this one landed. More screams echoed in, and then I couldn't tell what anyone was saying, so I can't really say. I decided to rush for the stairs, and as I began my descent into there was just another boom. I was knocked over to the ground again. When I opened my eyes, fire was all around me. I tried to hop up, but I fell over immediately. My leg hurt like nothing I had ever felt before. I looked at my leg, and I reached for it instinctively, and as the pain filled my head, I pulled my hand away. I just saw blood. And then another boom. The tower shook. I knew I had to get out, so I forced myself up, and I got downstairs. I got outside. Outside, you could see the fire inside the building. Clearly, it was black smoke. People were screaming and running around. Some were just firing arrows into the air. I heard someone yell, "The demon is here." I didn't know what that meant. I didn't care to leave. I wanted to find Trevor. So I made my way over to him, where I found him last. I found him on the ground. I fell beside him and shook him. His armor looked charred and broken. I forced his head to look at me, so I could tell him to wake up, to get up and get out of here. But when I saw his eyes, they were just gray. He was dead, and there was nothing I could do about it. That wind sound again. I heard it from behind me. I looked to the sky, searching. Then I saw it. A figure blocking the stars. It was quick and fast. It was wearing all black, as if it were eating the light. He flew directly towards the tower, and just as he drew close to it, he fired another shot of that plasma stuff. And then he was gone. He was using the night as cover. Our armor seemed to break into a million pieces and just floated upwards. Everyone's armor. We were all armorless. Someone yelled to take cover. I sat there like an idiot looking at Trevor, hoping he'd still wake up. The outpost fell silent, as I'm assuming everyone waited for the next attack. No one knew what to do. And for a moment there was nothing. I looked around in the sky. I felt paranoid, afraid. Then what sounded like whistling echoed, and not once, like hundreds of them, all around us, above us. Then we all saw it. It looked like a small little dagger. It was black and it had fire coming out of the end of it, and it was flying down fast. There were hundreds of them. They landed everywhere. They stabbed into buildings and people. I was lucky not to be hit. So whistling stopped. I assumed that'd be it. Then I blacked out. When I came to, all I heard was fire. It sounded like crackles, and there's crunching everywhere. I looked around in the haze, and the entire outpost was destroyed. No building was standing, it looked like. Smoke was everywhere. No one was yelling, because everyone was dead. You could smell the burning flesh. The fires made everything hot. The ground was hot. The air was hot. I couldn't move. I passed out. When I woke up, I was in the hospital. I was told I lost both my legs and my left arm. I was in immense pain. I was burned all across my body. They said almost everyone died. Over 1,000 people died in an instant. I was one of the 3 survivors. One of 3 that survived the attack on Outpost Glasswater. I want out. Ruined my life.